Hello everybody. Hello everybody. We are live. We are live on TikTok and we are live on Instagram. And today's lives are going to be some readings. The energy is funky. So let's do a reading for the energy update. All right, so it looks like lots of tricksters are being outed. So we are going through a time in this day and age where everybody who is not for the greater good, everybody who is working an ego, or anybody who is just like a brick wall or whatever it is, anybody who's in a cycled lesson is being shown this. So the tricksters are coming out. Coyote's all about that trickster. We are super supported by the earth right now. So we are super supported. Turtle represents Mother Earth. Turtle represents Goddess. But what is happening on the earth right now is all the tricksters are being spotlighted. They cannot continue on anymore. These tricksters in our lives, the spotlight is on them. So it is time for us to recognize where those coyotes are in our life. If we are recognizing where those coyotes are in our life, it's up to us to make the decision to be like, okay, I'm done with that lesson. It's over. I'm going to stop. And I'm going to take care of it so I can continue to ascend. So I'm not going around and around these in these cycles. Okay, so let's get a little bit deeper into this. What's happening? What's going on? These tricksters are outed. The spotlight's on them. We're supported by the earth. So what kind of lessons are we getting out of it? Well, it looks like in the past, what's happening, like ask and you shall receive. We've been asking, hey, if this path is not right for me, if this is not right for me, please show me that it's not right for me. So then our life gets all funky and crazy and rocky and everything so that we can see what isn't working. But Buffalo is all about prayer and abundance, right? Asking and you shall receive. Even if we're asking, hey, God, like remove these obstacles so that I can just flow through my path, or hey, whatever it is, ancestors, help me out in bringing in my manifestations and bringing in growth. But sometimes we have to see where those coyotes are so that we can move past them, right? So in the present moment now, we are all taking our power back. Horse is about power, and with power comes freedom. When we stop and we're like, okay, I need to stop. Let's stop. And we're going to go in through our heart space. We are taking our power back, right? And we are claiming our sovereignty, and we are claiming our freedom. And we're able to move whatever way we feel called to move. We're able to see that path that we're supposed to be moving down. So presently, this is where we are at as an energy, as an earth people, as a whole. We are taking our power back right now, right? And in turn, we are moving into freedom. We take our power back. We experience freedom. And the outcome of this is a beautiful transformation. It's the new earth. We're so supported by the earth and by Goddess that it's time to transform. It's time for us to really, shift gears. It's time for us to go into our DNA and to heal those, chickas in our DNA, so that we can continue on the path of freedom, of sovereignty. The earth is, at a funk right now, but, the healed coyotes lesson is we'll be able to look back and laugh at it. We'll be like, oh my God, I was live back when, and it'll be like this truly, maybe a comedic story that is a lesson for our children, for our future generations. They're like, okay, I am a sovereign being. I am free. Nobody can tell me what to do, which way to go. Coyote keeps hopping out. So we're not done with this lesson right now. So it's time for each and every one of us to really go and look on our path in our life right now. Where is this coyote? Where are the cycles in our life? Where is this habitual cycle? Where is this glitch that we keep glitching back into this weird cycle that we don't want to be in? You know, a lot of times it is like a habitual cycle. A lot of times, like, since we learn through experience, we're going to go through something in a cycle, right? And we're going to be like, holy cow, that was incredibly insane. I don't like that. Then we're going to go through it again because we have to be engulfed in this experience to really actually learn this experience. And then we're going to be like, oh yeah, that's a cycle I don't want to be in. And then we're going to be like, I need to do something about it, right? And then we're going to go through that cycle again to really be like, okay, now's the time. I'm standing up for myself. I see where those tricksters are in my life, and I am going to choose my sovereignty. I'm going to choose my freedom so I can ascend instead of go in this cycle. It's time for us to level up, you know. I always think of, I forget the lady's name, but she talks about these levels or ascension as levels like you get into an elevator. If you're on a floor where they're eating hot dogs and hamburgers and you can't eat hot dogs and hamburgers, why are you going to be on that floor? You're not. You're going to get into the elevator. You're going to go up to the floor where they're eating, you know, food to fuel your body and stuff like that. Okay, so where are these cycles coming from? It's so funny because it comes through as through every which way, right? But ultimately we want to simplify it. So where in our lives are these cycles? When you go inside yourself to find out where is it you need healing in your life and your cycles, you have to go in to inside yourself. You have to go into the darkness, and you got to see in your life where it's going to come through. A lot of times where things come through is like, you know, work, love, home, right? And then a lot of times if you want to get deeper than that or bring it into a spiritual aspect, a lot of times the lessons will come through chakras. So like the root chakra, a lot of times, a lot of the lessons will come through the lower three chakras. That's why me, Danielle 333, and Marie, they're all about, you know, you got to heal those lower three chakras, right? In order to ascend. Those are what's keeping us dense. Those are the lower three chakras are what keeps us safe, right? Or so we think. But now the earth is changing, we're ascending, so we don't need, it comes through as we don't need to be a follower anymore. We need to take our power back because we make our own decisions and our choices. There are some things that we can't change, but there are some things that we can change. And one thing that we can change is the perspective. Instead of, oh, all of this stuff is happening to me, you know, what is this lesson here? Why is this happening to me, right? And then there it is there. That is going within. You're shifting the perspective to inside of you to move forth in your lessons. So what will help moving through these lessons? Prairie dog, retreat. Retreat, just making sure, are you burning the candle at both ends? I feel like, you know, a lot of times, especially in this day and age, it's really time now for us to know when it's time to stop, you know, it's time, and it brings us, you know, back full circle to the beginning of this reading. It's time to stop and take a look at where are these tricksters in your life and what can you do to change it. A lot of times we forget that we have to integrate the information that comes through, and we just keep trekking and we continue on our path and stuff. But right now is the time that we really go within and we learn what are these lessons, okay? Prairie dog also represents community. So if you have a community who you can lean on, who you can talk to, some, you know, some trusting people in your life that you can actually talk to and share information and bounce things off of and stuff like that. Also 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the number 11 is a master number. Oh my God. And so the master number, I'm using my wonderful cheat sheet. Polity Kitty does workshops here on numerology. Anyways, the number 11 is master number of tests, truth, inspiration, legal dealings, decisions, balance, vision, and spiritual illumination. can't make that stuff up, right? So it's time to go within the darkness to really be enlightened, you know, and to see what is your path. How do you obtain your sovereignty, you know? And, you know, Spirit always got jokes, right? So it's about wisdom and inner knowing. Salmon, wisdom and inner knowing, right? And so Jaguar, you know, what has been in the recent past for us is being real impeccable with our word, holding our integrity, being true to who we are, right? Because that is a high vibration right there, being real authentic in who you are, shining your light all over the place, right? And then now in the present is using that wisdom and inner knowing to really identify where the tricksters where the tricksters are in your life, so that you can shine the light on them, so that you can start to heal from that, so that you can remove them if needed. And then in the future, wonderful healing of karma, the number 8, and manifestations. Otter is woman medicine, you know, not being catty, not being, you know, needing so many entourage or follower or whatever, just really being true like that. I feel like what this is really doing is like bringing in the balance of the divine feminine. You know, we've been in a patriarchy for so long. It's time for the mother to come in and really balance stuff out, you know. It's about healing. It's about together. It's about love. It's you know, it's about giving and receiving. So what a wonderful reading for today. Oh my gosh, that energy was awesome. I am so happy. Hello, everybody. Hello. So who wants a reading? Does anybody want a reading before I hop off of here? And pretty much, you know, if one person gets a reading, sometimes somebody else needs to hear that exact message. So if anybody wants a reading, just raise your hand and say me. Or put it in the comments, me. Okay, Des Foster on Instagram wants a reading. So what is a message for Des Foster? The message: you are super supported by the goddess, Mother Earth, Turtle. You are super protected and supported in all the ways. You are cleansed. You are grounded. It is time to move. No, they're telling me no, it is time to be in the stillness, to be grounded in the stillness. And what will help Des Foster in feeling grounded and protected and everything like that? Choose from the middle. Okay, here we go. Woo! So 2 cards wanted to go out. So it looks like sacrifice, give away anything that is not for you, right? And then really Swan is all about going into the darkness, like diving into your soul, into the void, going into the darkness where all the answers are. Because when you go into meditation and you're holding this intention or question or whatever it is, you're going to find that answer in the darkness inside of yourself, okay? But it looks like there's some things to release and let go so you could really be free is what's coming through. And Raven bringing through that magic, which is no more than a change of consciousness. So you're really shifting. And the way to go is into the darkness. That's where you find your light. That's where enlightenment is. So I hope that helps. Majestic Brew Goddess, you are next. Let me see TikTok. TikTok. Hello, everybody on TikTok. I'm doing 2 lives, live on Instagram, live on TikTok. So let's see. So we're going to do Majestic Brew Goddess next. Let's see what messages are coming through. Oh, blew out. So the blue heron. So the blue heron represents self-reflection leading to self-realization. So the blue herons are actually pretty cool because they could dive deep into the ocean. They swim under the water for a long time without needing to come up for air. So the question's really presenting itself like, it looks like you're coming to the end of a cycle too. I feel like you're also starting to see the fruitions of the end of the cycle to begin a new cycle. And it's like, you know, you're hawk, messenger of the gods. So I feel like what is going on too is that with the blue heron, sometimes it reminds us to come up for air. Sometimes it's time to come up for air. And hawk bringing that message of, yeah, come up for air, receive the messages, and then dive back down, right? For that food, for what's feeding your soul, to realize, like, what is it that you're pulling out from deep inside of you? So what's one more message to leave with majestic priestess? I should put that. Like, yeah, it's totally talking about like going inside that heart cave, right? Bear is all about introspection. So it's looking like there's some kind of message that's inside of yourself to be received. So I would definitely go into meditation. And I feel like now is a great time for that because, you know, with all the retrogrades and everything, we're able to like really revisit a lot of things. And instead of going on the outside of ourselves, let's go on the inside to revisit some of the things that fed our soul, that made us feel love and joy and happy and stuff like that. Okay. All right. So I hope that helped you. Who's next? Let's do another reading. Let's see. I see Ender Lady. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun for me. I just truly thank you for that, Danielle. I love you so much, girl. Ender Lady, here we are. So Ender Lady is next. If you are also chiming into these readings, this message could also be you, for you, as we are a part of a collective. And here we go. Message for Ender Lady. Woo! Same thing, and we'll keep those two. Same thing popping out for you is bear. So bear, the number 5. So number 5 is all about changes, okay? Changes, conflicts, instability, chaotic events, ups and downs, but also freedom and choosing one's path, right? So introspection, are you trusting yourself wants to come out. So it's like you chose your path, you know the path you're on, but still going into your heart space and loving yourself and choosing yourself first, right? Taking your sovereignty, your power back, so that you can go ahead and trust yourself and making the decisions on the next step. Have faith. Having that hope and faith is really going to bring in a type of innocence to where the creativity will grow and flow and prosper, and just really get aggressive with really get aggressive with going inside of yourself and really feeling into what's coming up and out, because I know you're an artist and you are literally channeling your higher self and all of the beauty and all of its glory to really put a lot of things down on paper. So just, you know, keep it up and get aggressive with your healing as well, because you are super duper psychic and you get a lot of messages through the dream time. So really going into introspect and holding an intention, like real true and bold it comes through as, so that you could really just move forth and on the decision that's being made, and just trust yourself. Don't even look back or fret or anything like that. Okay, thank you so much. I hope that helped. Gilberto La Luz, yes, you are next. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so Gilberto La Luz. Gilberto La Luz, what is the message? 3. Okay. Gilberto. All right. So it looks like, Gilberto, you were facing a lot of fears. You know, a lot of times, like Rabbit is all about what we call to, we bring to us. So this was like a past lesson. So what you brought in is, Owl is all about, look at the 3s here, 3, 3. That means something too. 3s and the number 33, that is your homework. So what you brought too is the ability to see the deception. You are so wise. So it's now time to trust yourself, because you are facing a lot of fears. And so you can see through the bull S, right? You can see through to the truth. So you need to trust yourself that you can do that. And it's bringing in a lot of balancing of the divine feminine and healing a lot of karma. The number 3 is that number of growths, expansion, groups, creativity, realization of goals, and self-expression. Mouse. So it looks like, oh my gosh, look at, you got two two things that the owl would eat, right? So it looks like, you know, it's good to see things close up, but it's bad to chew it up and spit it out. So making that decision and trusting yourself, trusting that decision is going to bring in a real balance of the divine feminine and a healing of your karma and a playfulness in your life. One more thing, skunk, reputation. So reputation exudes you. So what energy are you putting out? You're bringing that energy to you. So pay attention to that. All right. I hope that helps. Yes, Des Foster. Yes, these are recorded and I do repost them back up as well as I post them onto YouTube as well. So yes, you can go back and rewatch it. All right, so that is all for today. I am learning TikTok. I really want to be able to do readings on TikTok, but I will repost the first part. The first part is a collective read for everybody. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm going to sign off. So let's sign off with one more message from the animal spirits. Raccoon. Raccoon is the generous protector. We are so protected in our walk. We are helping the earth ascend. So may the force be with you. High five. Love you guys. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye.